just gonna wait for some people to get here. I'm starting super early. I don't even know how to tell if people are here or not. I'm starting early. I'm waiting on people to get here. If you have a question you want to ask, you can ask it. Is there any way for me to communicate with you all? I don't even know if you can see me. What do I do? How do I know if you can see me? Can you write something? Or something? Hey. Yay, can you hear me? I'm gonna do a test. Because I'm gonna be back here, so I wanna know if you all can hear me from back here. Can you all hear me from back here? We got 4 people here so far. Cool. Are y'all excited to do yoga with me? Let's see here. Can't have that too loud, you know that'd be on copyright. You can tell some people I'm live. And we'll start in like 10 minutes. I'm just waiting on people to come in. Let's see. Make a post for Instagram. Thank you. Thank you guys for sending through the Cash App. I really appreciate it. I'm making an Instagram post to tell everybody I'm live right now. Hey everybody, I'm live. Go to facebook.com/yoga with Nico. We're about to have class in a few minutes. So if you want, you can get a blanket or a rolled up towel to use as like part of our practice. Let me see if I have one. Want to get a blanket or a rolled up towel? And grab that now while we're waiting on people to get in here. If anybody else is here that I know should say something. Good morning, Ashley. Ashley's my best friend. My best friend's here. We're gonna start in 9 minutes. Nine minutes. Tell everybody to come. Starting yoga in 9 minutes. Starting class soon. I'm just waiting on people to come in. If you all want to tell anybody to join in, you can. If you're at home, well, of course you're at home, probably at home. If you want to grab yourself a blanket to use as a prop or a rolled up towel, you can grab that. If you want to feel like you might need a yoga block and you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book as your yoga block. That'll work. That's the good thing about being at home. If you need a yoga strap and you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a sock as your yoga strap. And we'll begin practice in just a minute. Grab anything you want to grab. Grab some water. I'm going to grab my water because I forgot to get it. I got it now. Who's in here? Is anybody else in here that I know? Should type something. Starting yoga in 7 minutes. Oh, there's some thumbs up. I wonder if my computer is all late or if I'm just, I don't know. I don't know how much of a delay there is on here. Can you all still see me? Facebook is giving me weird messages. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna close out these other tabs. Okay, I see some messages now. Good morning. Is it working right? Can you all see me okay? Is it like breaking up or anything, or is it working? Let's see. Is it working? Should I be able to get messages faster? I don't know. Let's see. Connection is great. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Facebook be giving you like weird error messages. So I texted you too, Ashley. I'm like, is it working? Hi, Cherry. Cherry commenting on her husband's page is funny. Connection is great. It's working. Thank you all for letting me know. If you want to grab, if you usually use a yoga block in class, you can use a book. This is a chakra book, by the way. This is all about chakras. This is not a sponsored video. But yeah, if you need a yoga block, you can use a book, or if you have a yoga block, use your yoga block. You can use a rolled up blanket. Thank you, Ashley, for the update. We'll start yoga in a couple minutes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you need water, get your water bottle. We're gonna have a good practice. Gonna have some salutations at the beginning to warm up. Then we'll warm up a little bit more during our actual practice, and we'll cool down. And then we'll have Shavasana at the end. Shavasana is just another word for your final meditation at the end of yoga class. So that's how that goes. All right. I made a post that I'm live, so whoever gets here will just be here, and then we'll start class. This is just like regular class. I usually, like in real life, in-person class, I usually just sit here for a little bit and ramble like I'm doing right now. So this isn't unusual.
Let's talk.
Oh. All right. Okay. You all should be able to still hear me from back here. But I want you to be able to see all of me and see me standing up too. Okay. Well, we're going to get started. So like I said, we'll have a nice practice with a warm-up, a cool down, some restorative. But to start, we're just going to do some breathing to begin. That's how I begin every yoga class, with just a couple minutes of breathing. And yeah, let me grab my watch because none of my clocks are right. They're all 5 minutes fast. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, so just start on your yoga mat, seated. You're in an easy seated position. So this is where I was talking about the blanket. Sometimes, men, if you have tighter hips, you might want to use your blanket or your rolled up towel and just bring it underneath your hips to give you some elevation here. I'll just get in a comfortable position. Take your hands, rest them on your knees. We'll just start with some nice cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Take another inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. One more inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. And just come back to your natural breath. We're just taking a few moments here, preparing our minds and our bodies for a good practice today. And that being said, feel free to set an affirmation or an intention for your practice today, for your day, for your week even. And affirmations start with I am, I will, or I choose. It could be anything you feel like you need today, anything positive. And breathe in that positive affirmation. Breathe out any fear, any negativity, any doubt, any worry. And just let your mind be at ease, even if it's just for a moment, just for these next few minutes. Take a couple more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, you can keep your eyes closed if you like. And start rotating your head to the right side. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Nice, slow, easy movements with your breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. Again, nice, easy movements. Try not to rush the movements. I even have to remind myself not to move too fast. I really want to feel the full rotation of the neck space. Move a couple more times to the right side. And do the same thing. Start moving your head to the left. Inhale back, exhale forward. Still moving with our breath, intentional movements. Couple more times to the left side. Bring your head back to a neutral space. Take your hands, rest them on your shoulders. But move the elbows in a circle, moving them backward. Inhale up, exhale back and down. Inhale up, exhale back and down. Taking these nice full breaths are going to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which kind of just sends a signal to our body that it's time to relax, time for some peace and calm, and that's really what we want right now. I'm sure that's really what we need. Move your elbows a couple more times backwards. And do the same thing, move those elbows in a forward circle. Inhale up, exhale forward and down. Move a couple more times forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the shoulders, rest the hands on the knees. Let's work into some yes and no motions. Taking an inhale, lifting the chin and lips up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the chin down to the chest. Making sure you have a nice tall straight back here. Just simple movements. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more times. Bring your head back to a neutral space. Let's work into some no motions. Inhale the chin over the right shoulder. Exhale over the left shoulder. Couple more times. Let's bring our head back to a neutral space. We'll take the arms, inhale them up by the ears. Interlace the fingers above you, push the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the hands, start twisting to your right side. We'll let this left hand come to the outside of our right knee. Our right fingertips will face the back wall, and then our gaze will come over our right shoulder. Let's take an inhale as we come back up towards the center, interlacing those fingers, pushing the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left, letting the right hand come on the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips face the back wall, bring your gaze over your left shoulder this time. Take an inhale as you come back up to center, interlace the fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, release your right hand down to the ground as you let this left arm come up and over the ear. If you like, your right forearm can rest on the ground. Gaze up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for your neck. And really channel your breath into the left side of the body here, the space you've created on this side. Take an inhale as we come through the center. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Let this right arm come up and over. Left forearm could come down to the ground if you like. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Channel your breath into the right side of your body. Inhale, take an inhale as we come back up to center, interlacing those fingers, pushing those palms away again. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Our right hand will plant down on the ground beside us. We'll just drop our left ear to our left shoulder. Then using this left hand, just very gently rest it on the side of your head. Not pulling on your head or neck. Just using your hand as a weight to deepen your stretch on your right side. And if you like, I know we've probably been holding a lot of tension in our shoulders and in our neck. If you like to, you can use the side of your right hand and just kind of create some slight pressure, pushing from your hand down towards your shoulder. Just to try to release some of that stress you might be holding there, some of the tightness that might be there. Couple more breaths. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, release this left hand down to the ground. Drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Right hand very gently rests on the side of the head, using the hand as a weight. And if you want to, you can use the side of the left hand, moving from your ear down towards your shoulder. Working out some of those kinks in the neck. Take a couple more breaths. And we'll release our left hand, release that right hand as well. Arms come out wide with an inhale on either side of your body. Exhale, nice tall straight back as you cross right arm over left, grabbing either shoulder, tucking your chin down to your chest. Just kind of stretching out the space in between the shoulder blades, maybe the top of the neck. We're kind of just giving ourselves a hug too. Activating some self-love, some self-care. Take an inhale, bring those arms back out wide. Cross left arm over right, do the same thing. Grab either shoulder, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, release those shoulders. We're going to work out the wrists a little bit. So what I'd like for you to do is take first finger and thumb and bring them together. Then you'll stick the inside of those wrists, stick those pinkies together. The hands will roll off of each other as they roll towards your body. Might hear some crackles and pops coming out of the wrists, coming out of the shoulders. And let's do the same thing. Start to rotate those hands the opposite way. This is great if you do a lot of computer work. I know some of you have been working from home, sitting on your computer a lot. Want to make sure you're stretching out those wrists, stretching out those fingers, trying to prevent some of those carpal tunnel symptoms you might get. And release the hands, bring them to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale, let the hands press into each other as they lower down towards the hips, stretching those fingers and palms a little bit more. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. We'll come up on hands and knees in table position. I have my mat set up sideways so you can kind of see me and what I'm doing. We're in a table position. We want to make sure those hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. We'll work into some cat-cow. So all I would like for you to do is lift that chin up, take an inhale, roll those shoulders down, chin lifts up towards the sky, flip the tailbone upward. Exhale, chin comes down to the chest, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under. We'll move in and out of those two positions at your own pace with your own breath, inhaling the chin up, exhaling it down. Just warming up our spine here. Couple more times. Go ahead and bring your body back to a neutral position. Let's come down to child's pose for a little bit. Take those big toes, bring them together. These could be as far apart or as close together as you like. It's just up to what's comfortable for you. And we're going to start to sit those hips back towards the heels, arms extend out in front, forehead rest down towards the ground. And if that's painful on your knees or anything like that, you can take your blanket, you can take your towel, bring it up in between that space between your knees and your thighs and your legs. It comes down to your child's pose. Just if you need that there. Taking a few cleansing breaths down in our child's pose. And if you want to find some movement here, you can. You can kind of sway from one side to the other. If you like, if you just like to add some movement here. Kind of feels good to do that. Find stillness back in the center, and we'll float our body back up to table position on hands and knees. And before we get started and come up to our first down dog, just want to provide a modification for you for your down dog. So if you're not quite ready to come up to full down dog, if you don't feel like your arms are ready, you can always just stay down on the knees, extend your arms out. It's kind of halfway between child's pose and down dog. It's called puppy pose. So this will be your modification for down dog if you need it. And if at any time you need a rest or a break, feel free to just have a seat, or you can come down to child's pose for your rest. At any time during the practice, there's no pressure to do every single pose at exact time. It's kind of up to you. Just want this to be catered to you, catered to your body. So just listen to your body as we move throughout the practice. If anything, hurts or if anything feels too painful, you can take a rest. You can just ease out the pose. Okay? All right, let's tuck our toes under. Come up to our first down dog or puppy pose. Tuck those toes under as the hips lift up and back. Chest pushes towards the thighs, heels push towards the ground. Don't feel pressure for your heels to be able to reach the ground. We're just gonna pedal our feet out one at a time here. So just bend each knee, alternating each one. Kind of give us a little more of a hamstring stretch, maybe a calf stretch here. Now you want to come up on both tippy toes if you like, and then ease back down towards the heels. Head and neck is relaxed down to your down dog. And we'll start to come up to a standing position. So just bring your gaze up in between your hands. Start to walk those toes up behind the wrist. Let's lower down to a forward fold. I like a deep bend in your knees right now in your forward fold. Deep bend in your knees. Go ahead and grab those elbows. Let the head relax down. Just sway from one side to the other. Let's release our lower back a little bit here. Release those elbows. We'll roll up to a standing position, one vertebra at a time. Let those arms come with you. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands down, heart center. Good. Now we'll come to our mountain pose. We're making sure those feet are underneath the hips here. Let's take the palms, Face them outwards. Shoulders are relaxed down. Chin is in line with the floor. Get them nice and grounded into those feet. Feel free to rock back and forth from the balls of your feet to your heels. Nice, soft, juicy knees. We'll start with sun salutations. Inhaling those arms up. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, we'll come down to our forward fold. Just bending at the hips, coming down. Slight bend in your knees is okay. We'll inhale up to a half lift. Fingertips can stay on the ground, or you can take the hands and place them on the shins. Just trying to have a flat back, neck in line with the spine. Gaze is maybe a couple feet in front of your toes. Exhale, bend those knees as you plant the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to a plank position like you're about to do a push-up. If you'd like to modify your plank, you can always come down to your knees for modified plank. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down for what's called chaturanga. Chaturanga is just lowering down. You can lower all the way down to your belly, or you can lower down halfway if you want a little more. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We'll either come to cobra or up dog. If you're sensitive to back bends, just come to cobra. Pushing into those hands slightly. If you're okay with back bends, straighten those elbows out. Come up to up dog. Roll those shoulders down and back. Big inhale as the chin lifts up. Exhale, we'll make our way back to our down dog or our puppy pose. If you're coming to your puppy pose, just shift back on those knees, extend those arms up. If you're coming to down dog, go ahead and tuck those toes under. Lift those hips up and back again for your down dog. And we'll take 3 to 5 breaths here. Nice full breaths. And on that last exhale, take your gaze, bring it up in between the hands. You can step or jump those feet up behind the hands. We'll inhale back up to our half lift. Nice flat back again. Exhale, lower back down to your forward fold. If you want to grab those elbows, you can. And we'll roll back up to a standing position. Bring those arms with us. Inhale up. Hands meet at the top. Maybe a small back bend here. Let that head fall back. Exhale, bring those hands back to heart center. Good. Let's move through another sun salutation. Same thing. Inhale those arms up. Small back bend. Exhale, fall down to your forward fold. Inhale up to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, put those hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can lower all the way down or halfway. Inhale up to your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, make your way back to your down dog. Lifting those hips up and back or your puppy pose. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. And we'll take our gaze, bringing it up in between our hands. We'll step or jump those feet up behind the hands again. Inhale up to your half lift. Exhale, lower down to your forward fold. Roll up, bring those arms with you as you come up to a standing position. Inhale. Small back bend here, let that head fall back. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Good. All right, let's move on. Inhale those hands back up. Exhale, swan dive back down towards the toes. Inhale back up for a half lift. Exhale, put those hands in front of the feet. This time I just want you to step straight back to a down dog. Step those feet straight back. Walk your left foot in a half step. Start to extend that right leg up and back. Inhale here. Exhale, I would like for you to bring your right foot up in between your hands. If you need to come down on the knees first, that's just fine. If you can come from straight back to stepping that foot right up in between, that works too. We'll lower that back heel down. Your back foot will either be parallel with the back edge of your mat, or it might be at a 45-degree angle. It just kind of depends on your ankle comfort. And we'll inhale these arms up, coming to warrior one. So warrior one looks like this. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. We're trying to make kind of a line from this front heel to the inside arch of the back foot. Chest is square at the front leg. Knee is nice and aligned over the ankle. Arms are lifted up. Arms are lifted up, but shoulders are still relaxed, if that makes sense. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop those arms out wide as you come to warrior two. Checking those arms, making sure they're in alignment. Take an inhale in your warrior two. Exhale, I'm going to lower this backhand down as we scoop this front arm up and back for reverse warrior. Backhand is just very lightly resting on that back leg. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill those hands down on either side of the foot. Now from here, you can step back to your plank. You can either come straight back to your down dog, or we'll take a vinyasa. If you're taking a vinyasa, we'll just repeat some of what we did earlier in our sun salutations. Inhaling in our plank. Exhale, lower down for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, make your way back to down dog. Take a couple breaths here. This time, let's take this right foot, step it in a half step. Left foot lifts up and back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it up in between the hands. Remember, you can come down on the knee first if you need to. Left foot comes up in between the hands. Right heel lowers down. Make that nice line from the front heel to the inside arch of the back foot. Let's lift up to warrior one on this side. Chest is squared at that front leg. Front knee is nice and aligned over that ankle. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Arms out wide, check the alignment of those arms. Let's take an inhale to warrior two. Exhale, rest this back hand down gently. Left arm up and back for reverse warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill those hands down the either side of the foot. Step that left foot back as you come to plank. Let's move our vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, make your way back to down dog or puppy pose. Remember, you can always skip that vinyasa part if you need to break off the arms. Take a couple breaths. Feel free to drop down to the knees right now if you need to. I know I'm kind of catching my breath right now. Let's take that right foot, walk it in a half step again. Extend this left foot up and back. Inhale. Exhale, step it up into the hands. Right back heel rotates down. Inhale up for warrior one. Exhale, drop out wide to warrior two. Good. Rest that back hand down. Inhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill those hands down to either side of the foot. Come into a lunge position. Step that left foot back. Come straight back to your down dog or puppy pose, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Couple breaths. Walk that left foot in a half step. Send that right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, step it up into the hands. Rotate that back heel down. Come up to warrior one on this side. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Lower that back hand down, up and back for reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill those hands down the either side of the foot. We're moving a little bit faster now. Moving with our breaths now. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's do that one more time each side. Yes, if you notice, we're moving with our breaths now, moving a little more fluid. Right foot steps in, left foot inhale, up and back. Exhale, step it up in between the hands, back heel rotates down. Inhale, warrior one. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lower that back hand down. Inhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill those hands down the either side of the foot. Step that left foot back, come to plank. Move through your vinyasa or skip it if you like. Good. One more time, the other side. Right foot walks in a half step, or left foot, I remember. Opposite foot as before. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot up into the hands, rotate the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, lower this back hand down. Inhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, move those hands down on either side of the foot. Come to a lunge position. Step that right foot back, come to plank. You could skip it or move the vinyasa. Good, take some breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop down to those knees. Shift back to child's pose if you want. Or just take a little break with the knees. I need a little sip of water. My breath's going. Mouth's a little dry. Just take a little sip, a little rehydrate. Don't go through your water. And when you're ready, float your body back up to a table position. Tuck those toes under. Lift those hips up and back. Take an inhale. We're going to walk that left foot in a half step. Extend that right foot up and back. Exhale, step it up in between the hands again. Back heel rotates down. Inhale those arms up, come to warrior one again. Exhale to warrior two. This time I want you to straighten that front knee with an inhale. Exhale, we're going to reach forward with this right arm and then lower it down as we come to triangle pose. This looks like this. Your right hand could come down to your chin, your ankle to ground. If you have that book we talked about earlier, you might want to use that as a yoga block. You can use that. If you need a little more extension for your arms, feel free. And as you're in your triangle pose, think about pushing through that back hip here. It's going to kind of activate your core. And if you can, look up towards this left hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower this left hand down. Come to a lunge position. We're up on that back toe. Take the left hand, plant it down on the inside of the right foot. Extend that right arm up towards the sky. Gaze up towards the right hand if you can. Look up towards the extended arm. And if you need a little more balance, feel free to look down towards your mat or the foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower this right hand down. Let's step this right foot back as we come to plank. Feel free to skip it or Urdhva Vinyasa. Make your way back to down dog or puppy pose. And then take this right foot, walking in a half step. Extend this left leg back this time. Inhale. Exhale, step it up in between the hands. Take that back heel down. Inhale up to warrior one on this side. Exhale to warrior two. Straighten this front leg with the inhale. Exhale, reach forward with this left arm, lower down. Use your book if you need to. Right arm extends up towards the sky. Gaze up towards the right hand if you can. Push through this hip to help activate the core. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower this right hand down. Bend into this front knee as you come to a lunge position. Come up on our back toe. Right hand plants down on the inside of our left foot. Extend the left arm up towards the sky. Gaze up towards the left hand if you can. Push through that back heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Step this left foot back. Come to plank. Move through your vinyasa if you like, or feel free to skip it. Coming back to down dog or puppy pose. Remember, if at any time you need a break, drop down to those knees. Let's step this left foot in a half step again as we extend this right foot up and back with an inhale. Exhale, step the foot up into the hands. This time I would like for you to come down on the left knee. And we'll extend both arms up towards the sky for a low lunge here. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring those hands back down to either side of the foot. Let's bring the top of the back foot flat. We'll start to shift our weight back as we straighten this front leg. And let those right toes face the sky. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, melt down towards the thigh. If you feel like it's a little too much pressure in your, what's this called, hamstring, feel free to bend your knee a little bit. That's okay. Totally okay with you bending your front leg a little bit. Sometimes it's a challenging pose for men. You guys have tight hamstrings, you have tight hips. So just work with whatever you have. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's shift our weight back forward. Let's bring both hands on the inside of our right foot and extend this left arm up towards the sky. You can stay just like this, or you can take this left arm, bend it behind your back. If you're really, really, really wanting a challenge, really, this right arm comes around the back, left arm is gonna meet it. Or it could come underneath the leg here. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. That felt too easy. Take an inhale. Exhale, release those hands. Bring a hand on either side of the foot. Step that right foot back. If you want to move through your vinyasa, you can. Coming back to plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. Let's move into that whole sequence on the other side. This time, stepping that right foot in, lifting that left leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, step it up into the hands. Come down on that back knee. Inhale those arms up for a low lunge on this side. Exhale, let's bring those hands down on either side of the foot. Top of the back foot comes flat. Start to shift our weight back. Straighten this front leg. Left toes face the ceiling. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, melt down towards that front thigh. Again, remember to ease out of it as to it intense on that hamstring. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift your weight back forward. Take both hands, bring them on the inside of the left foot. Right arm can extend up towards the sky. You can bend the arm behind your back as well if you like. If you want a little more, this left arm comes through and meets that right hand behind you. Big challenge here. Totally optional. Take an inhale. Exhale, release those hands on either side of the foot again. Step that left foot back as we come to table pose. Tuck those toes under. Come up to plank. Move to your vinyasa if you like. Or feel free to take a break from your vinyasa. Making our way back to down dog. Take a couple more breaths in your down dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop down to those knees. We're gonna make our way to a seated position. Bring those feet out in front. I like to just cross my ankles behind me. Sit back, bring my feet out in front of me. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the ground. We're gonna take our hands, bring them on either side of the hips. Fingertips facing forward. We take our toes, bring them off the ground. Knees are bent here. I want you to kind of shift your weight back into those sits bones. Take those arms, extend them out in front for boat pose. If this is a little much for you, just take those hands, use them as support behind the knees. That's totally okay. You can stay just like this. Activate a little core work here. Feeling really challenged and you want more, you can go from boat, this is called boat pose, down to low boat, back up to boat. And we'll do that 2 more times if you're doing that with us. And 1 more time, lower. Come up. Good, hug those knees, rest for a moment. Just add a little ab work in there. I don't want to disappoint you. I know you're probably looking forward to that. So we'll do it 1 more time. Hands come on either side of the hips. Feet come off the ground. Arms come out. Now if you want even more of a challenge, straighten those legs out. And we'll go from boat to low boat. 2 more times, lower. Come up. 1 more time, lower. Come up. Good, rest those knees down, hug them. Woo! Catching my breath. Let's slide those knees around as we come back up to a table position. Make our way to a child's pose. Bring those big toes together. Again, knees as close together or as far apart as is comfortable for you. Feel free to use that blanket underneath there if you need it. Shift the hips back towards the heels, arms extend out. Rest your forehead down on your mat. Come to child's pose. Start to slow your breathing down here in your child's pose. Now while you're in your child's pose, let's stretch out our shoulder. So all I want you to do is take your left hand, thread it underneath the right arm, palm facing upward. Let your left ear and left shoulder come as close to the mat as possible. A couple more breaths. Extend that left arm back out in front, stretching the right arm, palm faces upward, threads underneath the left arm, right ear, right shoulder come down towards the ground. Now take that right arm, extend it back out in front. Let's shift our weight forward and come to a cobra position. Let those hips melt down. Inhale up. And from here, we're gonna lower down, coming down towards our belly. I know we might have some expecting mommies out there, so feel free to skip this part. Just stay in your child's pose. I'm just gonna pulse, move her from an up dog, and bring the body back down. Just kind of stretching our belly out from that ab work. Inhaling up, exhale down. Couple more times. Let's shift our weight back towards our heels again. And I want you to extend those legs out in front of you. Making sure you're on those sit bones. Take an inhale, extend those arms up. Exhale, lead with the chest, lowering down towards those legs. Just come into an easy seated forward bend. Don't worry if you can't quite touch your toes. If you have that towel or that blanket or a sock, you can grab either end of it, wrap the middle part around your feet. Just kind of give your arms some extension. Just want to kind of counteract that back bend and just do it with a forward bend. Take a couple more breaths, your easy seated forward bend. Start to roll your body back up to a seated position. Let's keep the left leg extended out in front as we bend at the right knee. We'll step this right foot over the left leg. Our left arm, the same side as the extended leg, will inhale up towards the sky. Then we'll twist towards this bent knee as we bring this elbow on the outside of the knee. Right fingertips face the wall behind you and just look over this right shoulder. You'll stay just like you are. If you prefer a little bit more of a challenge, if you're up forward and if it doesn't hurt your knee, you could bend this bottom knee as well. Totally optional. Take a couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale the body back to center. Extend both legs back out in front. This time we'll bend the left knee as we step it over the right leg. Right arm, same side as the extended leg, extends up towards the sky. We twist towards our bent knee, bringing our elbow on the outside of the knee again. Left fingertips face the back wall, gaze over your back shoulder. And if you like, feel free to bend that bottom knee as well. Couple more breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale your body back to center. Let's come down on our back, hugging our knees into our chest. And you can just rock side to side to start. Giving that lower back a nice massage. Good. From here, release the knees. Take the arms, bring them on the inside of the knees, grab the outsides of the feet, and move into happy baby. It's just like this. The fun thing about these streaming classes is you don't have to be self-conscious, worry about anybody really looking at you. So you're at home, you can do whatever you want. And this is a great pose. Great pose for your back and for your hips. And come back to center. Release the feet. Let's bring them flat on the ground. Arms rest at your sides. And I would like for you to walk your heels in just until you feel your heels with your fingertips. We'll move into bridge pose. We're just trying to make sure that lower back is nice and flat on the ground. Some people might have some space here. Just kind of tilt the hips towards you, making sure that lower back is nice and flat if it's not already. Then I want you to lift those hips off the ground, making a nice ramp from those knees down towards your shoulders. You can stay just like this in your bridge pose. If you like a little more of a challenge, you can take those hands, bring them up by your shoulders, and lift those hips moving up into a wheel pose. Again, this is totally optional, only if you want. And feel free to walk those toes in, coming up on those tippy toes. And take an inhale, exhale, lower out of the pose just like you came into it. And if you're in your bridge, go ahead and lower back down to a flat back. And we'll take these knees, hug them into the chest again, rocking side to side a bit. Come back to center. Keep your right knee hugged into your chest as you let your left leg lower and rest onto the ground. You'll take your right arm, extend it out towards the side. You'll use your left hand to pull your right knee over towards the left. Trying to keep those shoulders as close to the ground as you can. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or feel free to look over that extended arm. Take a couple more breaths here. Take those knees, hug them back to center. This time, keep that left knee hugged in. Extend that right leg onto the ground. Left arm extends out to the side. Use your right hand to pull your left knee over to the right. Gaze straight up to the ceiling or look over the left arm. Take a couple more breaths. And just hug those knees into the chest one last time. And we'll get ready for our final meditation. So if you want to stretch anything else out, go ahead and do that. If you need to stretch anything else, if you need to grab your blanket to drape it over your body, you can. Make sure your phone is on silent. I'm going to get a little closer so you can hear me. Make sure your phone is on silent. We're going to go ahead and move into our final meditation. We'll just spend about 10 minutes or so here. Feel free to sit up or lay down for your final meditation. And once you get in that comfortable position, I just want you to start with some of those cleansing breaths like we used at the beginning of class. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. One more inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. And to start to come back to your natural breath. Back to your natural inhales and exhales. And from here, we're going to do a full body scan. Checking in with each muscle, relaxing each muscle. Starting from your head, your forehead, the space in between your eyebrows, your whole face. Relaxing it. Moving down to your neck and shoulders. Relaxing your chest and arms. Relaxing your belly. Relaxing your wrists and your fingers. Relaxing your hips down to your thighs. Relax your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet all the way down to your toes. Check in one more time, scanning the top of your head down to your toes. Relaxing any tensities. And now just check in with your breath. Really notice your breath as it moves throughout your body. Really notice the subtle movements of your body as you inhale and exhale. Noticing the rise of your chest and your belly as the air comes in, and the fall of it as your air moves out. Feel free to rest one hand over your heart and one hand on your belly to even better feel the path of your breath as it moves throughout you. Imagining your breath moving into the hands with each inhale and each exhale, moving out from the hands. Notice the coolness of your breath as it enters your nostrils. And notice the warmth as it exits them. With each exhale, just imagine your body melting deeper into your yoga mat, into the floor. Imagine it melting down, releasing any tension with each exhale. And while you're here, some outside thoughts may start to come into your mind, some worries or some fears. I just want you to let them go at this time. Let go of any thoughts of the past or of the future. When those thoughts do start to come in, just notice them and acknowledge them, and then send them on their way. And after you've sent them on your way, just focus back in on your breath, on the feeling of your breath. We'll just spend a few more moments here, connecting with our breath, focusing in on our breath. And on your next inhale, just start to wiggle your fingers and toes. As you come back into your body and back into the room. And then when you're ready, if you're laying down, just roll onto your favorite side, using your arm as a pillow. Just taking a couple moments here to remember those affirmations we may have said at the beginning of class. And also, this is the time to show yourself some gratitude, to tell yourself thank you for practicing some self-care. And when you're ready, you can roll up to a comfortable seated position. You can place your hands on your legs or knees, palms facing upward for receiving or downward for grounding, depending on what you feel like you need today. Together, my friends, we'll gather up all the energy in the room as we inhale the arms up above us in prayer. Exhale, take all that beautiful energy, float it down to heart center. I want to thank you all for being here, for sharing your time with me, for trusting me to lead you through this practice. I wish you all peace and love and health. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your practice today. Thank you for any donations you may have sent. We're over, it's done. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Slide in my DMs and tell me if you loved it. And we'll do it again. Thank you. Bye.